How you doing, guys? Stephen here from Glen Car Sales with another walk around video. If you haven't already, please do consider I always struggle with consider subscribing blah, 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 to the channel. That way you'll not miss any more stock updates. Also do the odd car review as well, and if you want to check back to see what we've reviewed in the past, there's a link up here to the Glen car review playlist. And finally, this video is sponsored by WeWon'tBuyAnyCar.com, which is your own in-house car buying service. And if you've got a sports or prestige vehicle you would like to sell, we'd love to hear from you. And again, you can start your valuation. There'll be another wee tab just up here, and drop us some details and we'll come back to you with a price. Today's car in question is a 2016 BMW X5 30D M Sport. And it's a 7-seater, which opens these cars up to a whole new audience. We've always had a really good success rate with the 7-seater X5s. They're quite rare, and they're also very difficult to get now, with nice mileage, nice ownership, and in the sort of condition that you'll find this car in. 57,000 miles, serviced annually irrespective of mileage, sitting on a nice fresh set of Bridgestone tyres as well. If you're ever looking at one of these and they're on a mixed bag of tyres, guys, just be very careful, because you can start to run into transfer box issues if you've got a Wan Lee in the back and a Roadrunner in the front, whatever. It's true though, it really.
Just the names, that's what it is.
Well, I mean, we've had some belters over the years, but that's something that springs to mind. Lingies. So, 2 owners from you, 58,000 miles. We will start the video with a walk round. Spencer will get nice and close to all the bodywork. If there is any little marks, I will try my best to highlight them in the video, because at the end of the day, we do have customers travel from all over, and if there's a mark on the car at this stage it's going to put you off, then it's better to find out now rather than after travelling for 2 or 3 hours. Spencer gets asked for walk around videos all the time, so rather than doing it with a phone, sending it on WhatsApp, which then compresses the quality to absolutely nothing, we decided to do these proper full walk rounds, take about 10 minutes with a proper bit of camera, so that way we shouldn't miss anything.
Hopefully not.
Right, Spencer, so if you bring the camera in, we'll just let the guys see what the condition of the bonnet's like. So there has been 1 or 2 very small stone chips which have been lovingly touched in, I have to say, because normally what you find is when someone starts attacking the surface of the bodywork with a brush, they would have been as well not bothering, because they just make it look worse. So it's really well done. And to be fair,
handiwork. That was Andy's handiwork.
Oh, was it Andy? Right, okay. Yeah, but there wasn't really many of them to begin with. If you pick up the reflection of the garage lights and the paintwork, you'll see that there is no swirl at all, because everything here at James Glen is all fully detailed. We use CarTech products as well. We have been asked that by one person so far. We used to use 3M, but that put filler in the paint, and then put 4 or 5 washes, the filler came out and the swirls came back. So CarTech's a proper paint correction compound, and it leaves this lovely finish, and it will stay like this as long as you don't take it to the local scratch and shine. Yeah. Light lenses are absolutely perfect, because as they're getting older, we're starting to find that beginning to go opaque along the top of the lens. So these are all absolutely crystal clear. The fog lights are the same, and they're right all the way down to the lower edge of the front bumper. You can see that it's really clean, except for these 2 little indents here, which has obviously been caught on something. But guys, I mean, that's pretty decent for a 9-year-old vehicle, if that's the only thing that we can point out on the front. Yep. Looking down the length of the passenger side, there is not a parking dent, a scratch or a scrape. This is the first car in a long time where we've had diamond cut wheels on it, and we've not had to send them to the wheel specialist in Cumbernauld. Big shout out to the guys at the wheel specialist, do a top job. But you didn't do this one because they didn't need it, thankfully. Completely mark free, disc in the back there, nice and clean, and a Bridgestone premium tyre. Just moving down to the other side. Just repeating the same process from the back, just in case we've missed anything, and it's all nice and clean, no marks, chips, dents, even the spats and everything are all nice and clean as well, which because it's an M Sport, obviously the flared arses, and these can sometimes take a bit of a battering. Yeah. But they're all nice and clean. Back wheel in the back passenger, free from any damage, tons of tread left in the back tyres, because these are the big boy 20-inch upgrades, and as you can imagine, they're not cheap. About £250–300 per tyre on the back, but you've easily got another 10,000 miles of service left on the back tyre there. Having a wee peek on the inside. Electric seats, which is standard. Now the car is fairly lightly spec'd, but we we're more than happy with the condition, the history and the mileage to offset the slightly lower spec than normal, and as I say, the third row of seats really helps the car out as well. But they do come with a good standard specification. You've got your dual zone climate, professional navigation, electric memory seats, xenon headlights, and also this one has the bigger wheels. As I mentioned, somebody who's really trying to get hold of us, so we'll need to call them back at the end of the video because the show must go on.
Yep.
Lots of receipts in here as well. All the service history is updated in the iDrive. The back seat, no dents from kiddies' baby seats or anything, and all the plastics and everything are in good condition as well. Rear sun protection glass. Being an M Sport, it's got the big fat exhaust pipes in the back here, parking sensors along the back bumper, and it's got a reverse camera.
Do you notice they're also black tips rather than chrome?
Ah.
Wee subtle difference.
Yes, I like, see when someone's done something to a car that it doesn't scream at you,
Yeah.
because it looks like it's factory. That's what you want. So this is your third row of seats. It's got cup holders and it's also got heating in the back here as well. Have you look, and this is your headrest. So I wouldn't like to put a 6-foot giant in there for an extended period of time, but it definitely is ideal for wee kids and maybe adults for a short run to the pub. And they fold away dead easy as well, so it's not like it's a mission to get them out of the boot floor. Looking down the length of the driver's side, again, free from any damage. Over here, no scuffs on the bumper corners or anything. Peeling the rear driver's side, free from any damage. Brake discs and everything are all exceptionally clean. Even the brake calipers themselves have been treated to a wee black hammerite finish as well, so no rusty calipers. Paul, if you're watching the video, you did tell me that this was immaculate, and we hear that every day of the week, but this one, it truly is. So yeah, it's nice to hear the car's being described accurately. Brake disc in the front here, again, free from any damage, not even a lip on the disc, not a mark or a bit of water ingress under the lacquer on the wheel, and a final matching Bridgestone tyre. Well, over here, another look at the bumper. If you just bring the camera around,
Yes.
you can see no bumper scuffs. And that, get a wee close up of the wheel here as well, just confirm that it's all tip top. So moving on to the inside, look at the usual touch points. This is where everybody leans their arm, make sure that it's not all shiny and worn. Again, same with the grab pulls. What you can tend to find is if people have got jewellery, you can chip this rubbery coating and it starts to peel, and the door latch itself, everything's all fine, and the switches haven't got any wear. Powerfold mirrors. Factory carpet overmats, which are all lovingly striped up behind you, but the mats themselves look like they've been replaced at some point because they're in great condition. 2-stage memory for the driver's seat, and the bolster. So Spencer, if you just bring the camera in and have a look at the 2 o'clock position of the steering wheel, you can see that it's matte finish all the way right round. The bolster on the base is free from, because people swing their bum round 90 degrees and then slide out,
yeah.
So the bolster can take a bit of a hammering by comparison to like a normal car where you get stand out of. This where you slip down off.
These aren't as bad as like other Jeeps for some reason. Well, you don't usually, some Jeeps we get in, they're collapse. These are actually not too bad.
Yeah, what they can be bad for though, is see this leather section here, this can crack.
Yeah.
I've seen that on once they start getting on a wee bit in miles, but everything on here is fine. Backrest and everything's all good as well. To be super critical, there's a few little marks here on the trim, just on the centre console, just there.
It's just to be expected.
Oh yeah, I mean, it's commensurate wear and tear. It's a 9-year-old vehicle. People have been getting in and out of it for a number of years, so there's always obviously going to be some indication that someone's used it in a previous life. So we'll get the car started now, just confirm the mileage, and obviously let you hear the car running. So current mileage 58,499. Car's sitting idling as it should, 850 RPM, no warning lights in the dash, and I'll just nip into the iDrive and just read out some of the services. Information, vehicle status, doing into the service. It's ideally expensive if you can grab that on the camera.
Yeah, we got it.
Right, so 18, 20, 22, 23, 24, and 24. And if you look over the mileages, we've got 12,000 miles, 25, 39, 45, 52, and 57. So Sorry guys, I did say it was serviced every single year, but I think that's pretty close. Finally, we'll just pop the bonnet, like if you look under the, look around the engine bay, and I think that'll do us. So normally we don't stock cars that are over sort of 5-6 years old. This one came in a part exchange against a 20 plate X5 that we had, and this was definitely one that was worth bending the rules for. There's no way this one was being sent to trade or to auction, because it was just too good a car. Obviously we steam clean all the engine bays and everything, but that being said, you know, it allows you to then see exactly, you know, what you're buying rather than all being covered in dust and road grime. But it's a very, very, very tidy vehicle throughout, I have to say. And that brings us to the end of the video. If we can help at all, please use the link in the description below. That'll take you through the website. It's got our contact details on there, and also link to send us an email inquiry. If you've got a car you'd like to part exchange, we're more than happy to give you a valuation for it. And also we can do HP. It's just too old for PCP now. We're more than happy to work out a cost on a hire purchase for you. And please subscribe to the channel. That way you're not missing any more stock updates. And as you're looking at a BMW on YouTube, I'll put a link to an M5 review that I've done last year, just up here. Hope you enjoy watching it. Let me know what you think, and I'll see you in the next video.